All right, saying we've been live for a few seconds.
Oh, there we go.
So we're back up.
My phone.
Daydreams Podcast. Live just now.
Oh, the big
Just
check
now.
thing is probably on recorded right now. Fuck.
All right, so
Okay.
hopefully, there we go. We're on. All right.
What's up?
Try this a third time.
It's third time's his charm. All
Yeah,
right.
exactly. So, I mean, hopefully.
All right. Hopefully, same guy.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So basically, my name's Hamza.
Yeah.
Just a typical half Paki, half Indian dude. I consider myself American. So
Yeah.
that's all. Well, I'm a pilot, also a political scientist.
That's your major right now, right?
Yeah.
Political science, but you're doing international business, right?
Yeah, international affairs.
Okay. Well, why are you international affairs?
Okay, one, to fly commercial, you need an actual degree.
Okay.
Just so they can be like, okay, this guy's college educated. He knows how to fly a plane.
Fair.
It looks good. So I thought international affairs would be a good place to touch if I wanted to do somewhere around like international flights.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they'll look like, hey, some shit goes down. This guy might know how to work it or know what countries or what to say. So I thought that was a good view to lean towards.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's fair. Just making sure that we've got, it's not dropping out. Here we go. All right, cool. We're good. We got it. We're up. Hopefully the internet does not poop out or the Twitch servers don't poop out.
100%.
All right, so we were just talking about jewels.
Okay, no, we have to.
All right, we have
talk
to.
about this.
We have to. All right,
Okay.
so now that we have the stream pulled up and the stream live, you
Yes.
got to show them your jewel tattoo.
So, I have a jewel tattoo.
Wait, can I guess where on your body?
Yeah.
Is it your leg?
Yeah.
I mean, he's literally like...
Yeah.
Is it
Hey, what's
upper
up,
thigh?
Tran fan? How you doing, man?
Is it bigger? Is it
Thank you
about
for
this
the
big?
follow, bud.
it's like life size.
It's life size jewel.
Yeah, we're finally up and running.
And
So
it's
this guy's about to show his jewel
it's
tattoo.
It's also more than just a jewel tattoo. It also has a ribbon around it, and it says "Free That" on it. And so, "Free That" is like my nickname for
Do we really
want
wanna
to
get-
I want to.
And long story short, it came from an Xbox, gamer tag, and it was.
Kaler
a
got
joke.
that on Apex.
Yeah, I know. He
Does it
got
make
on
you
PS4.
mad?
No, because
No.
I don't want to be affiliated with that.
Yeah.
But it was a stupid little 13-year-old Mason, and basically "Free That's" always been a nickname that I've pretty much carried on. So when I got this, it was more so for a friend group / I worked at a vape shop for 3 years, so I kind of wasted a lot of my life, away at a vape shop. So basically, I got a jewel tattoo with my friend group name.
All
on
right,
it,
well,
so.
it's
you
time to
gotta- you have to
reveal
show
the
it.
big reveal. The big reveal. Hold on.
All right, so I have one question with that.
Yes.
What flavor pod is inside that
Cool,
jewel?
man.
Cool mint.
Yeah.
All right.
I gotta get that.
Oh, God.
I gotta get that. Oh, so sexy, boy.
Sexy legs. Sexy legs.
Yeah. Look at them quads, bro.
Dude, nothing but muscle.
Exactly.
When you big and buff like me, it's hard. Hard not to be.
Bro, I need to get on that train.
Do you have any tattoos?
No.
No, gosh, no. Yeah, I don't even know why I asked that. Is it against
Okay.
Muslim culture,
So-
religion?
What I know, I might not be 100% accurate. It's not written you can't get it, but it's against the Quran to harm your body. And getting a tattoo is basically harming your body because your
That's
body,
basically what the Bible says
Yeah.
too.
your body isn't yours technically, it's God's.
Yeah.
So why would you want to deface what He made and then? I'm not saying I think the tattoo is dope.
No.
You're going to hell.
I have 5 tattoos. So
Yeah.
it's.
I have a tattoo too.
Yeah, if I could get a tattoo, I 100% would. I'd probably get a full sleeve. I love watching inked. I love all that shit. But religiously, I can't. But the shit's dope.
Right.
Yeah, my mom's Catholic, very hardcore Catholic, and
How'd the
She-
jewel tattoo go with it?
they don't know about it yet.
Okay, did she watch the stream?
No.
Okay, good.
My parents.
We
don't
should
support
have
my
them
shit.
on. We should have your mom and dad on.
No,
Cause
I'm
you're-
not going to be a part of that podcast.
No, okay. I mean, I'll just
Fine.
interview them if you just
No.
want to chill out.
I-
You
I
just
think
sit
it's-
in the back.
I don't want people seeing my parents and their political ways and their belief systems. I'm good.
That's pretty funny. Well, your dad would be interesting to have on. 'Cause
Oh,
he's,
well, you should have my dad on about movies and
Yeah.
the movie industry and where he thinks that's going, not his political views. If anyone wants his political views, they can check his Facebook because he
He's
posts a lot of stupid shit.
Did he work in like the movie industry? Or?
So it's not like a real job yet.
Wow, calling him out here.
I mean, it's not.
That's a good thing he doesn't watch.
Calling him out.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, it's not so much. It's like a real job. Like he works at Norfolk Southern Railroad Company, and he's happily worked there for the last 30 years or whatever. And he's coming up on retirement, but he's always like he started off with like making YouTube videos with like me and like my friends and stuff, and then he slowly progressed and like he did his own little movie, and then like it actually turned out pretty good. And then people are like, oh wow, like this guy's like, he did this all with like what, like $1,000, like that's crazy. And then they were like, hey, you want to come on our set and help us out and get some experience? And he basically just like, my dad is the best networker I've ever met, and like literally like, it's been one thing after another. Like he's like worked with projects that are going on Netflix. Like he's worked with
let's get him on the podcast.
It's people, yeah.
Let's get him on the podcast.
But at the same time, those aren't paying for our mortgage and everything, so he can't really.
But
invest.
potentially, I mean, shoot, neither is this podcast paying for any of my bills. But at the same time,
But you don't have a family to support, and your wife makes more than my mom does.
Yeah, but I have a potential to have a family, and that's
But you don't.
Basically
have one
where
currently,
I want to go.
and you don't have a son
That's fair.
21.
That's fair.
Or 22.
Yeah, but you're 21, 22. You should be supporting yourself, right?
I am.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
I feel like shots are fired.
That's
right
what,
now.
that's what Twitch is for. It's alright.
That's what Twitch.
That's why I'm streaming.
Exactly. So I mean, back on topic, man. I mean, you said you were a Muslim pilot. I mean, what are your opinions on the whole situation with terrorism and given the wake of 9/11? The 10th, what is it, the 18th anniversary yesterday?
Yeah.
I mean,
roughly, I just feel like it was a bunch of pissed off Arabs that said fuck it. And I feel like that happens with every type of culture. So you can't technically just tie it into a religion.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So the religion wasn't at fault. It was just a bunch of like a pissed off minority that gave like the whole group.
Yeah, and that's kind of what's going on today. Like, especially like if you think about what's happening with Christians and their viewpoints, or any sort of religious group, or even like a race, people will somehow justify being racist or judgmental towards one religious institution or group of people just because a small minority was
it's bigotry. Like,
it's like, why are you doing that? Like, I don't get it. So, I mean, there's that. So, chat, if you guys are here, I see we have 8 views. Let's get some topics for this guy to talk about. I mean, shoot, he's an important guest.
It's a group discussion.
It's a group discussion. That's what we're here for.
Well,
so,
have you done any traveling?
Like just in the Middle East or just across the world in
Anywhere.
general? Like I've been to Mexico, I've been to the Middle East, I've been to
Mm-hmm.
Pakistan, India. I've done layovers in like France, if you want to count that. But
well, we talked about going to Dubai.
Dubai would be really interesting to go to.
That would be real fun. Like, we talked about going there like next year, like as a group, you, me, Nikki, and Zoya. That was when we were eating pho. I don't know if you still remember that, but shoot,
Like
I'm
3
still
weeks
down to
ago.
go to Dubai.
That would be pretty lit though, I'm not gonna lie.
That's a lot of money.
I'm still trying to jump off that building,
Okay, how much was it? It was $2,000?
Yeah, it was expensive.
Yeah. I was just in Texas recently, right? And they had this thing for $2,000. You could drive a tank over a car. Now, what's more worth it? Jumping off a building or driving a tank over a car?
Okay.
I think
so that's an
jumping off a
experience.
building, I feel like it's going to be more
Yeah, but you
worth
can
it.
jump off any building.
But
Where are you
not-
going to get a tank? I feel like...
Yeah, but not
Tanks
safely
aren't that hard. Tanks
jump
aren't
off
that
of a
hard
building.
because honestly, you know what you could do? You could literally call someone that has you can find tanks on like Craigslist.
What?
Can you?
Yes.
Is that a real thing?
Not with like active like cannons.
I mean,
But-
of course.
We're gonna have to look.
But
this
like
up.
you can literally find tanks and shit like that. You can find anything on Craigslist.
If you can
Are you really
find
doubting you can find a tank on Craigslist?
Yes.
I bet,
Yes.
give me 1 minute and
All
I
right.
bet you I could find
All
you a
right.
tank.
Are we gonna bet on this?
How much are you willing to spend on a tank? That's my question.
Like, am I purchasing it or am I like running over a car?
Let's say purchasing. Like Craigslist,
Hold
you're
on, I
obviously going to buy it.
Yo, if I was rich, I'd totally do it.
I think it's mine.
All right, taking a break.
Yeah.
No, if I could buy a tank, I'd totally do it.
But how much? What's the max?
I don't know. What is the max on a tank? On a
mean, what do you
military
think?
vehicle that you could just destroy and run over buildings
You think
with?
I'm like Hamza's surplus militaryGoods.com? No. Like, what
Yeah,
were you
I mean,
willing-
I know how much it costs in GTA. Like, that's about it.
I'm gonna say a used tank. Let's say it's relatively old. Let's say it's from like the 90s. I'm gonna say 60 grand.
60 grand. I mean, yeah, I'd still, if I had the money to buy a tank, I think I'd flex.
Really?
I'd totally flex.
But where would you put it?
I don't know. Where would you keep a tank normally?
Shit, in like a tank box. I don't know.
This tank box.
Like a tank hanger? Actually, better yet, get an airplane hanger. Put the tank next to the airplane.
So that's one of the vehicles like I would love, or transportation vehicles I'd love to have. Like everybody, like when they get rich, they want to buy a boat for some reason.
Oh, yeah.
Like boats are awesome, but I mean for real,
Do you want to
I'd buy an
touch
airplane.
continents? Yeah, it's more like practical.
yeah.
And it makes more sense owning it because if you were to rent it,
Okay, so if you own your own airplane,
it's so much cheaper.
Okay, no. Here, I have a question. Since you're training to be a pilot, if you own your own airplane, do you still need a? I'd assume you still need a pilot license.
Oh, yeah, of course.
But would you need to do as many hours? Like, well, I mean, is it?
I mean, okay. So, roughly, just to get your private license is
Right.
what you would need to, like, fly your own airplane. Roughly, you can get that done within, like, 50 to, like, 60. If you're really good, like,
60
45.
hours?
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
that's
like,
not bad.
it's not. You need, like, I want to say you do 20 instructor hours, then you do
What
5
up,
solo
Alex?
hours.
How you doing, man?
And then you just go about the whole process. And then once you're completely done, you just have to do a check ride, I think.
See you there. He's looking up the tanks, dude. He's seeing if he can buy a tank. See, that's not a
This
tank.
is a Hummy.
That's not a tank.
Yeah, no, this is a Hummy. This is all I can find so far. This is just in Georgia. So.
But who would make
Yeah,
it
but that's a
nationwide?
Hummer. That's a car I
I
have not
expect-
seen in a while now. Old man effect.
Hey.
Is this your mechanic guy?
I don't think. No, I think this is a different guy from Twitter.
Twitter. All right, well, thanks for
I-
dropping the follow, guys.
Because he just tweeted something saying that cigarettes would be a lot harder for you to quit versus like Juuls, and I kind of disagree with that.
You think Juuls are harder to quit?
Than cigarettes, 100%,
Really? Why?
because of convenience.
I can see that.
That's a fair point.
It's less odor.
Because to be honest with you,
That's a
I
fair
went
point.
through a period of my life for like 2 years, or it was probably like a year and maybe a year and a half max. But like I was literally like smoking cigarettes. I would literally buy like a
Right.
pack every day. I would figure out like how to make that money, and I would literally smoke a pack a day. And I would smoke literally hundreds of the like menthol,
So scoot it a little bit this way.
what are they? The menthol
Light?
Marlboros
Yeah.
or whatever. And like
What color,
literally,
though?
they're like the light green.
I like it.
But now you got mint Juul
But
pods.
but no, but the thing was like I would only smoke a pack a day because that's what I knew I could afford.
No,
Or,
this
you
is
know-
the mechanic guy. Oh, what up, dude?
Oh wait, this is?
Yeah.
Oh wait,
yeah.
this. Oh no, that's no. Joe Blake is the. Oh, okay, heck yeah. Thank you, Mr. Blake, for tuning in. I appreciate it. All right, but no, and I feel like with with cigarettes, since I knew also that it was gross, I couldn't really smoke before school.
Right.
I didn't want to be the kid that walked through class and smelled like
Smell like
cigarettes.
cigarettes.
Because
Yeah,
I remember when I was a freshman, I smelled people like that, and I was like, oh wow, like that guy smells like cigarettes. That'll never be me. But then like me and my friends would always smoke cigarettes leaving like the school parking lot. It was funny
Right.
how your life works out like that.
Yeah.
But like with vaping and with Juuls, you can literally do it anywhere, anytime. You can be on the toilet. You can do it while you're doing it with your girlfriend. I know that sounds terrible, but like you could literally vape at anywhere. You can go
That's
to the
kind of
movie
where
theater.
I'm blessed, is because like
You
Nikki
do.
hates me juuling. Nikki like hates me vaping, doing anything that it's putting in my lungs. So I mean, for a while now, I've stopped. Like I haven't done anything, but it was hard to quit. It was hard to get off that. Okay, I'll see you when you come back to the shop. Bye.
right, see
Thanks
you,
for
Mr.
checking in.
Blake.
Hey man, drop a follow, please. We're trying to get Twitch affiliate. We really appreciate it. Yeah, like having Nikki just be on my ass about juuling or something like that. Thank you,
Hey,
Blake.
thank you, Mr.
Thank
Blake.
you.
Thank you.
But having her be on my ass about juuling, like I actually appreciate that. Hindsight 2020, during the time, I'm like, dude, girl, just let me smoke. Like, just let me do me. I'm a grown ass man, bruh. Like,
But it's because she cared.
I know. It definitely is. Definitely is. Hey, what up? Thank you for the follow.
Bree?
Thank you for the follow. Is that Bree?
My friend Bree, yeah.
Oh, what up, Bree? Thank you. Appreciate it. But yeah.
She actually works at the vet right there. Literally right there.
Right there. Okay.
Yeah. She always like sends me Snapchats whenever
Is
we're
that
like
north?
at the podcast.
Is that west? South? East?
I don't know. Whatever.
I don't know.
Whatever way that is.
Just pull up a compass.
That
or
way up the
something like
road. Up the road.
Just pull up a compass.
That's funny though that he actually tuned in. That's so cool.
That's awesome. Like I'm so happy he did. All right, so we have a couple viewers in here. Oh, we actually have my wife watching right now. That's awesome.
What's up,
Nick.
Nicole?
I need to chill
She's
out
sitting
for a
there
little bit.
texting.
She's like, "Why are you talking about me, bro?" Yeah, no, we actually have her watching. So I
will say,
appreciate
Nikki,
it.
have you had anything, or have you heard any like personal cases of people coming in yet to hospitals with vaping related issues?
I would
at
give
your
her a little
place?
bit of time. She's actually at work right now.
Is
So
she allowed to say that?
yeah, I mean,
it's public information, isn't
HIPAA
it?
laws require that you don't, say personal information, but you can tell, stories of people coming in.
Hey, cat working out.
So, but what's good? I'm at the gym. Hey, get them gains on. This guy works out. If you couldn't see his muscles, I mean,
I'm small,
ooh.
See, that's what I say. I'm small. You're not small.
Yeah, this dude's freaking huge. Actually, we used to be workout buddies.
Ooh.
So I know until I ditched him.
He turned
Sounds
into a
so
night gym
relatable.
rat.
No,
and I'm a
I
morning
did.
gym
I
rat.
did. Well, no, I really ditched you because you don't do legs.
Dude, I bike now. What you gotta understand?
I know,
Biking
but
is the
leg
new
day
move.
is every day. You gotta do legs.
You would work legs every single day.
But, dude, have you seen my chicken legs? I have chicken legs. You have to do legs every day. Yes, I have. So for vape related, so she might not be
Okay.
able to be as active because she's at work right now.
Okay, so I actually have a really good friend who, I don't know if he's watching yet right now, but I have a really good friend who was a coworker of mine who actually went to a hospital with like a really bad cough and chest pains, and he has pneumonia in his lungs and stuff.
Well, pneumonia is more of a common case.
But like it's induced from like the vaping and all
Really?
that stuff, and it's like
Well, you know, I heard
he's like he was in the hospital for like.
I heard they're actually
couple
acting
days.
quickly with these bans on vapes.
Oh no, it's being like it was supposed to happen after 2020, but now it's like happening
Yeah.
now. Like instead of it being like, all right, we're gonna pay you, a couple $1 million, and you're not gonna pass this until next year. Now it's
Right.
like, hey, look, like
People are dying.
please, like don't just shut down our companies. And they're like, yeah, no, we can't because
So,
all
so
these
wait,
things are
wait.
hitting
So
the
what's
news.
why are they COPD and asthma issues? I don't
What's
know what
COPD? I'm gonna look that up because that sounds scary.
But
Carcinogen.
but
Lung disease.
okay, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD. Yeah, all these fancy nurse terms and acronyms. I ain't got none of that.
Nerd terms.
Nerd. No, actually, we were like Nikki's a champ. We were on Monday. We were at Lifetime actually, and a guy passed out while he was in the hot tub, and Nikki was there. So she was with another nurse pumping CPR, trying to make sure that this guy, survives until the paramedics get there. And I can't do it. These e-cigs are getting out of hand. All right,
I agree.
So, okay, so going back to e-cigs real quick, and I'll explain that story later, but what I want to know is, all right, so we have a couple cases with e-cigs that are making the news of people dying and having, lung disease. What about cigarettes? I mean, we still know cigarettes are bad. We have a lot more information on cigarettes.
But the problem is cigarettes take years. Now, like, granted, there's outliers for, like, every, like, event. But,
Yeah.
like, the thing is, like, Juuls have only grown in popularity within the last 3 years.
Okay.
And people are dying from 3 years
Now.
of vaping versus
Like 50,
maybe in your
60,
50s
yeah.
and your 40s, and then you start, coughing up blood. It's like 13-year-olds in middle school are coughing up blood.
So are
It's-
we talking about Juuls, or are we talking about, like,
I think
vaping community in
I
general?
don't think it's from vaping. I think it's from Juuls. I think it's from
Really?
Juuls and salt and nicotine, because salt and nicotine is bound together with
Benzochloric acid, I think.
And
Yeah.
I think it's
I read that on the back of the package. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? Before it even made news.
it's what makes it like so fucking stronger compared to
Right.
normal vaping nicotine. And like you can
Like,
literally
I'm health conscious, so I make sure I look at the ingredients before I like put shit in my body. Even though I was putting nicotine in my body, so it's like not too much better. Like,
not shit I sold.
but I mean, like, I was very health conscious about it. So, before I even knew like benzochloric acid was doing anything, I saw it and I was looking it up, trying to figure out what the hell it was, and I mean that helped me quick because I'm like, dude, we don't know what the hell this is.
It's just scary because parents are like, it's not cigarettes, so they support it. It's not cigarettes, so it's not as bad. And it's like, yeah, but if you think about it, every Juul pod is the equivalent to a pack of cigarettes.
So are we talking about zeros too?
Salt, nicotine. Well, it depends
So
what you're
we're talking
putting in the zero.
The zero,
Right.
Because you can put normal vape juice in zeros,
Okay.
but the
So-
majority of people don't put that in there.
You smoke hookah though.
Yeah.
Shisha is a lot different because it depends.
I mean, yours is
It's
straight
just
tobacco.
you.
But it's like washed tobacco.
No, it is different. It's
Yeah, of
different,
course.
but it depends how much you smoking by yourself.
Right.
That's true.
Because
I prefer smoking in the
Shisha
group
bowls are like the equivalent to like 95 cigarettes. Or
compared to
something.
smoke. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I prefer hookah, like just in general. I don't like. I bought a Juul, right?
Mm-hmm.
You did?
Yeah, I did just to see. It took me a month to finish the pod, and after that, I said it's not worth it. Because after a while, the pod turns like brown, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's bad. So I was like, you know what, fuck this. I'm not gonna use it. It's still sitting inside a box like
Yeah, but
somewhere
when
at
you
home.
have a nicotine addiction, like you don't give a shit if that pod's brown.
That's true.
I'm smoking that shit.
How long did it take you guys to finish a pod? Just
When I
You
was
wanna
doing
know?
it, I would smoke a pod every 1 or 2 days.
really?
Yeah.
Do you want to know how bad I got when I was working at the vape shop? Because eventually what happened is I went through like a period where when I first started working there, I didn't really have a nice vape, but I eventually worked my way up to like saving enough money to buy like a decent one. And then I was like, it was cool to own like the cool tricking vapes, and I wanted to get into like tricking, and I was pretty good at one point. Like I was I wasn't like anything crazy, but like I was good enough to where like I could impress people at like a party, you know what I
Right.
mean? Like in a social experience, I
Doing
could blow a node,
jellyfish,
and
yeah.
like people would be like, oh fuck, like how did you do that? But like, and then I got to the point where I was like, oh my god, this is so much work, having to build your coils, having cotton, and I was just like, wait, this Juul, like this is so convenient. And I never was like buzzing hard. I never got a buzz off of it. I couldn't tell you, like I think the last time I had a buzz was at camp. I think like at camp's the only place I actually buzz, because I go through like the
This
longest
past
periods
year?
of time without vaping, and then I'll hit my vape, and then it's like I can't walk.
See, that's the only reason why I do it is for that nick tick.
So
And
is it
so-
like 3%? Are we talking 5%?
No, we're talking 5%.
I'm talking like I'm a big boy, like.
a big boy.
Like we
I-
hit what we can, like.
But I
For
was-
me, I was just hitting whatever.
I was going through like a pod like every like 12 hours.
Dude,
Yeah.
you shouldn't be here. Let's take him to the hospital right now.
Yeah, I know, right? Like this
It was
dude's
bad.
lungs are freaking like made of
They're
steel. dude.
no, 100%.
But like to be honest though, like I've also like that's why I quit working there, was I wanted a better
Bad habits,
life,
yeah.
and
It's definitely
it was,
environment.
It was environmentally addicting. Like if that's a real thing, it was.
Yeah,
it was.
it is. I mean, your
environmentally
environment
addicting.
can definitely have an effect on your mood and your habits.
Mhm.
I mean, for sure.
All I did was eat like fast food. Like it was terrible.
Yeah.
Not like I do that much better now, but I like to think that I am.
Just some Lunchables for dinner and breakfast, lunch. you
Okay,
know.
Lunchables were the shit back in the
Okay,
day.
I'm not gonna lie. I still get Lunchables.
Yeah.
At the gas station? Because that's when I
Yeah,
find it the most
Isaac.
convenient.
So the guy who's in the chat right now is actually the guy that I was talking about, like my friend.
Got the good drugs. Y'all talking about the government trying to ban flavored vape juice? Yeah, we were.
It's already happening. It was supposed to happen by like the end of 2020. Like,
What are
it
your
was
guys'
gonna go into
opinions on
effect.
that? Like, should they be banned? Like, do we have
No.
enough research?
It's the kind of thing where they either need to ban all of it or they need to regulate it. And the thing is like they already regulate it, but like. It's not gonna stop some dude sitting in his basement that's shipping out 6,000 bottles of juice for $5,000 profit every day. Like he's still gonna make it in his basement. He's still gonna ship it out.
It's
He's still
definitely
gonna
better
shrink
to have
wrap
it
it.
regulated than.
No, on what it does to the body and how fast issues have arose. I think it's bullshit. That they're banning? Like, are you saying no, you don't think they should be banned? So,
I think it's stupid to, honest to God, believe that you can put an age on your
Restriction
on it?
because like when I worked there, I had 40-year-olds that loved the cotton candy flavors, and I had kids that were, or and I say kids, but like I had like 18-year-olds that would come in that would literally get like tobacco flavors.
All right, so I do think
I
think you made a really good point, D7. What's his name?
Isaac.
I think you made a really good point. Like I think it should be regulated more. Like definitely have more of the Food, Drug, and Health Administration, like FDA, involved on regulating these things.
I agree.
So that way you know exactly what you're getting. Because I went to the gas station while I was in Tennessee for Ryan's bachelor party.
That's where you fucked up.
And no, I didn't get anything. I didn't get anything. But in the corner of like the checkout station, there was 1,000 milligram nicotine Juul pod. I'm like, what the heck? If some dumb kid saw that, he's definitely going to hit it without thinking about it.
You said this was in Nashville?
Yeah, this was in Nashville. It's 1,000 milligram
He's like,
nicotine.
Road trip.
He's like, yo, I'm trying to get that nicotine, boy.
That sounds like an overdose.
That's what I'm saying.
That sounds like a poisonous overdose.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Because we used to fuck around with nicotine. Like, we'd make vape juice that was, like, way too strong. And, like, we used to dick around with that. Like, and, like...
honestly, Matt, I don't know if
way too much.
Right.
It can't be genuinely 1,000.
Can you get nicotine
It might be like packages that, but I'm sure there's no way that they actually put 1,000 milligrams in the
right.
Juul
But
pod.
well, see, that's
no
the thing.
way.
We don't know because it's not regulated. And if the FDA was able to regulate it and be able to say, all right, well, we've checked your standards based off this party's, analysts and tests, then we'd be able to say, all right, that in fact is not 1,000 milligrams, and it's actually got some other spices or something in it.
But see, the thing is, Matt, about cigarettes is cigarettes have been killing people since they came out. But the thing is they take years and a long period of time, and they've also been out since literally like America was first colonized.
Right.
Like we started growing tobacco way back then. Like the thing is like that's a long process. But the thing is vapes and Juuls and
That's
everything
why
like
they
that.
haven't banned
It's becoming so fast.
Billions from taxes. See,
They have people lobbying for them too. Like they're in Washington right
There's
now.
like one vaping lobbyist, like compared to the army of like 800.
Cigarettes.
Yeah.
Well, see, the thing is, I don't think taxes ever stop addicts from buying their products.
I mean, they make it illegal. People are just going to roll their own and sell it to.
Exactly. Yes and no, because cigarettes have been around for 100+ years and people get issues 40+ years later, and vape has been around for maybe 20 years and people are getting sick after 3. That's hugely worse.
Exactly, Isaac.
Again, there hasn't been any formal studies on it. So we can't legitimately link the fact that people are getting sick after they've been vaping. Oh, thank you for the follow, Isaac. I really appreciate it. But you can't really link those kind of correlations to causations. I mean, obviously, if you're in college in any sort of research class, that's what they teach you. Correlation does not equal causation. So just because vaping's been around for 20 years and people are getting sick after 3, there could be other causes behind it. And I would like to see actual formal factual studies that are non-biased of people coming,
But
long-term studies. I'm not talking about from the what is that website? What website that it's like orange?
Smoke free.
Yeah, smoke free. It's like none of those ads really help. Like
Truth Orange or whatever.
But you're gonna
the truth. Yeah.
You're definitely gonna have to wait many. We're talking about smoking both of your coffin. Okay, anyways, so we're definitely.
I'm sick, so I'm sorry.
I'm dying.
Yeah,
so.
I know.
All right. So we're definitely.
Sorry if I get you sick, man. Appreciate you being on the show.
No problem. Mate. All right, so we're definitely gonna have to wait many years before we can actually see the long-term effects.
Right.
Because like Juuls, they've been around for 3 years, but let's see how it affects your body in, let's say, like 20, 30 years. Like, is it gonna have like trickle-down effects, or is it just gonna go stagnant?
Right. So I mean, there's that with vaping and that stuff in general. But well, guys, while we're on the podcast, we have Mr. Hamza, who is a try-hard biker, mountain biker.
I won't say try hard.
Who tore his back, and he's here on the podcast. So I just want to say a huge thank you, huge shout out to him, just because this man is a trooper. He's here showing up. He called me up at 5 in the morning, told me he took a Valium just to get to sleep last night. And he's still here. We started this thing at 11:30 a.m., so, man, huge shout out to him. Thank you. Yeah, big thank you. So while he's here, please feel free to ask any questions. He's a pilot that a Muslim pilot.
No.
And with the wake of 9/11, we just kind of, ask your opinion. I know we kind of already went over that, but I don't know if anybody's just now tuning in, 30 minutes later after we kind of got past that technical difficulty. So.
All right. So with the whole 9/11 thing, we can definitely talk about conspiracies after that, because I find that super interesting.
Okay, all right, so go to your point. I want to know if Bush did 9/11.
Okay. I do too. I'll make the brief point. Like, people always compare 9/11 to, like, Muslims doing it. But where, like, the actual fact is, it was just a small group of, like, pissed off Arabs from, like, over there, over here. And they said, fuck it, let me go fly a plane into the World Trade Center.
Right.
All right. But if you also look at it, with 9/11 happening, one positive thing that did come from it was a great awakening. Because, like, before, you could literally just walk into, like, any terminal. So it definitely upgraded all the
security system, TSA and all that.
But then it awfully, it's like... It's
so I would ask, is that positive? Does that amount to a net positive if... and I'll let you take that topic if you want, the one that Ninja just kind of tweeted out.
I mean, like, he's also just kind of like, he's right. I mean, they do need to regulate it more, but, there's...
It's pink lemonade flavor vape.
You can go to Walmart. You can go to Walmart and spend $13 to make 500 milliliters of vape juice. All you need to do is buy nicotine off Amazon for another $8.
Really? There you go.
All right.
Well, anyways, back on topic.
So, like, it sucks, but there's nothing you can do about it.
Right. Well, back on topic. Gosh, what were we saying? I'm so ADD now.
Net positive.
Oh yeah. So isn't it net positive that we got all these security regulations out of it if we have, like, a group of Americans that legitimately hate, Muslims and just that population just because of 9/11?
Hey, Ray, thank you for the follow.
Yeah, thank you for the follow, bud.
It's a very, like, tricky area. I don't think spreading hate or, like, focusing hate on, like, one minority
shut
group
up.
is good.
No, Ninja, keep inputting, dude.
But all in all, I think the only positive thing that came was more security and, like, a great awakening. But, like, all the negative parts, like racism. Why are you smiling?
Because this guy's question. All right, here's my phone. That way you can be a part of chat. How can I pay primates for sex? Back scratches, 8 coin. What is 8 coin? Is that? Are you just making this up, or is this like a legitimate thing?
Is it like crypto coin?
No, it's not a real crypto coin, I don't think.
So do you consider humans primates? I mean, in that category, because we technically are. So, I mean, and that's basically what porn is. Like, I'm just saying. So, I mean, I'm just trying to have this guy input. Like, he dropped the follow, man. We're gonna answer his question.
I bet, definitely.
I don't think it would be. I don't think it's possible to pay primates for sex. I don't think that's a legal thing or a.
I don't know if it's legal.
Normal thing that you can do.
If you could find a sketchy zootologist,
no, I think
maybe go to Yorkies,
like
find
a Dr.
someone.
Doolittle kind
of something like that. You might definitely get a chance.
Also, in the cartridge vapes, the vitamin E is what's hitting people so badly. I don't know much about that side, but I know vitamin E is fantastic for the boy if eaten, but vaped, it's horrific. Oh, God. It's a primate, and I'll do some strange things for Taco.
I bet you would, Matt. I bet you would.
I bet you would, too, Matt. But
record that.
Yeah, someone clip that. Someone clip it for us. I'm a primate.
So going back to, like, the TSA thing, and it's funny because I saw one of these topics, and I was like, oh, like, wow, this is kind of tying in. I can bring this topic up. But so what is your opinion though about, like, spying, about, like, how the government, like, reads texts and stuff? Like, do you feel like that's making us safer? And if so, do you think that's right, even though it's to the price of our privacy and of our basic human, rights? But is it, worth it at the end of the day? Because it's happening regardless if we, like, are okay with it or not. So it's not like their government is going to pass.
My opinion about it, I don't do anything sketchy, and I understand that a lot of people, like, have a problem with it. But as long as you're not using that information to
advertise
or swing my vote in a certain way. Like what we were talking about before the podcast started. Like, if you talk about something with me, if we talk about keychains, and then it appears on Facebook, I don't like that.
Oh, yeah, neither do I.
I don't like that. That's not chill. Nobody say...
Don't say it. That's hilarious. I just got that too.
I just got it, dude. Okay, we're not gonna say his name, okay? But thank you for dropping the follow, Ray. Ray kids. But I don't have a problem with that. Like, if I don't know. I just, it doesn't bug me.
If it can save lives in the long term,
yeah,
I think it's fine. Like,
yeah.
As long as they're not going OD with like advertising or trying to sell my information.
Yeah. If you're not trying to gather up all this information about me and trying to dissect my intellect or dissect my psyche, and then you have basically my own personality.
Yeah. No.
Like
100%.
that I'm not cool with. You ain't
you
create
gotta
like a
give away
psychological clone.
You have to give away some sort of freedom in order to have security. You can't have both. You
I
can't have
agree.
all the security and
It's
all the
just the
freedom.
way of life. That's how the world works.
I mean, anytime, I mean, human beings are, they are societal creatures. So anytime where you make this non-verbal contract agreement to be in a society, then I think you kind of give up, like you said, some sort of freedom behind your security. Because there's an unwritten contract that I'm not about to jump over this table and beat your ass. Or that we're not about to, jump on him or something like that. So again, there's freedom of restriction. Even if you piss me off, I'm not about to just openly and freedomly, I guess that's how you would say that, beat your ass. Or you'd beat my ass with a baseball bat or something.
Hey.
I mean, yeah, what do you guys think? Do you guys, which one of you motherfuckers hid my deodorant? Matt, you crazy, dude. What do you guys think about restriction of freedom in spying and TCA? Do you think the government has the right to kind of check our...
I mean, they don't have the right, but they're doing it.
Yeah. I mean, what is your guys' opinion? Do you guys think the government has a legitimate reason for...
I think
spying on us through our text messages? And
I think the only reason why somebody would, honest to God, have an issue with it is if they have a reason to be scared of the government. Like, if you're not caught up in stupid shit, then you really don't have a reason. And like, it's like people like it's. I feel like the people that are like so like active about like anti-government stuff are the people that aren't even like real criminals. I hate to say that, but like, it's the people that are like selling little amounts of like weed. It's the people that are like involved in, like, I hate to say, like, like hitting, like breaking and entering and stuff like that and like vandalizing. But it's like, it's people like that are scared. But like the real people that are, the ones that aren't activists are like the pedophiles and the people that are, politicians that are, in the scandals and like, stuff like that. Those are the people that, are just kind of like sitting there in the background. And they're like,
what
oh,
is
we
TOS,
don't really care.
Matt? Sadly, you're right.
Terms of service.
Terms of service. Okay, like the user agreements. Yeah, no one ever reads those.
Dude,
things.
I swear to God, no one ever does. There's actually one article I was reading. I forgot what. I think it was like a shoe company, right? So someone actually read through the article.
Because my calf's hurting. Hey, you committed though. Appreciate it, Kat.
I used to play Clash on the bike.
I'll walk on the treadmill and I'll just play Clash Royale on the treadmill.
Do you play Clash?
No, I try to get him into it. He's not a phone game kind of person.
I stopped playing video games after a while.
Oh man, you gotta get a PC.
You grew up.
Did you see? You saw my PC, right?
Yeah, I did. I was there.
Yo, that PC's nice, isn't it? PC players. All right, what were you saying?
About what?
What were you saying?
About what?
I don't know. You were just saying something.
Secrets?
Sure.
What the fuck were we talking about?
I don't know, dude. I just kind of got way off topic. Like,
I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel like, the thing is like all the people that are really scared of the government are the ones that the government doesn't give a shit about. That's what I was trying to say. It's like the people that are the ones that are like holding signs that are like, oh, fuck the government. They don't need to read our, text. Like, those are like
Yeah, no one cares about them.
Those are like the low tier.
The government doesn't even. The government doesn't even care about you selling.
Me for selling a pound of weed a year. Like no, the government doesn't give a shit.
Yeah,
about
the
who
government
you
doesn't
are.
care.
Like, unless you're making enough to where you're making like an actual like complete salary income, the government doesn't give a shit about you.
All right, so a fair argument that I would say is, even if they are spying on our equipment and our services, I mean, have you ever heard in the news that the government has prevented a murder or something, or prevented a terrorist attack based off of intercepting text?
No, because they wouldn't want that shit leaked.
Yeah,
fair.
Because it happens all the time. Probably it does happen all the time.
Yeah.
It's like it's like when they find school shooters. You know how have you noticed how you'll see articles now where they are finding school shooters? No, they're not finding them by having a therapist talk to them. The therapist probably sits the kid down and tries to get him to admit it, and then they have the SWAT team on the other side ready, but they've already searched his house. You know what I mean? Like,
right. They're
looking through people's search histories, like, if you're 13 years old, you shouldn't be looking up how to build a bomb. You shouldn't
I have a friend that built a bomb. But it was like one of those homemade, like, all right, okay, fair. And I'm not. All right, look, I know. Don't
think about what you were saying out loud. You're like, hold on, wait.
It was a homemade bomb, but it was like in a water bottle kind of thing. And he was just being stupid. I think he was like 13 years old. But this was before all these mass shootings were taking place. The cops got called, and he ended up on the no-fly list at 13 years old. Like.
Yeah,
that's freaking crazy.
He searched it probably on the internet.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't because he found it on the internet. It's because some neighbor was like freaking out.
Oh well, yeah.
Of course,
I wonder why.
Well, yeah. I mean, I agree. I'm not defending it. Because I'm saying that's exactly the point.
But however he saw that video or saw whatever, what you have to imagine though is the next step after that process he followed is you add nails and you add
other like
metal objects,
right?
And that goes from being a harmless water bomb to
like
you're gonna have
device
nails
of
fucking
destruction.
stabbing everybody and the calves around you like
right.
That's where it gets serious.
Yeah, he was. Well, Greek.
I mean white. I can say that
close
white.
enough.
Nah, but
That's white.
Close enough.
I'm calling that white.
That's white.
That's definitely
that's
white.
white.
All right. What is on the verge of being white? Like, what is not white? What is crossing the line?
Okay, I think so. A lot of European countries, like even Bosnian, I would consider white.
Mm-hmm.
But then when we start going more into the southern hemisphere,
like Turkish.
Yeah, I consider them like a different ethnic group. Completely.
So what about Italians?
They're like your weird cousins, right? They're
Okay,
not,
so because everybody thinks that conquest is a white man's thing. I'm like,
no, this is definitely an
the Roman, like, you've seen the Romans, right? They're definitely not white. Like,
I mean, look at the Mongolians. They're conquest, and they're definitely not
they
white.
were crazy. I read
he raped a third of Asia.
Yeah, dude, that man was a freaking nuthead.
I'm just trying to imagine having that much sex. I would get bored. Like, not that like
I
justifies
wouldn't know.
anything, but I'm saying like I'm just trying to
Had strong
imagine.
sperm.
I don't know. Like, I'm just trying to imagine like that just like sounds like not realistic to me. Like, I know it's true because you can genuinely track DNA
Like,
back.
I'm not
but
white.
like,
Matt, you are the whitest motherfucker I've ever
no,
met.
he's Irish. But
You're still the whitest motherfucker I've ever met.
So,
nah, he's a different breed.
would white be considered skin tone, or is it also like linked with culture when we're talking about race?
Caucasian. Oh, I remember this from college because I was in sociology. I want to say it's like, and you're gonna correct me no matter what, but it's like, isn't it ethical? It's like, if you're Caucasian, it's based off of like the census. It's not your history. It's what you consider yourself. It's like weird. It's like ethics are what you consider yourself. There's no actual like. It's all opinion based. Your
So
ethics.
I could be
opinion-based.
Caucasian.
But that's your ethics, not your race, right?
Right. You can't control your race. Your race is where it's like white versus Caucasian, or I don't know. It's like it's something weird. Like there's like a difference between it. Like there's one's opinion and then what the census classifies
you
as.
identify more as an American, right?
Yeah, no.
So that's your culture, right? Because you have adopted more of an American culture rather than like a Pakistani culture. So I mean, back to the treadmill.
Oof,
nice.
Back to the struggle.
I'm glad from the waist down. Oh my gosh, Matt, you're killing
Matt,
me, dude.
I don't believe you for some reason.
But I don't know. Repeat the question.
I definitely forgot the question. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
I forgot the question.
It had to do with race and like what makes an individual white. Because you were trying to point.
Is it
Is it pigmentation? Because there could be an albino person from Ethiopia.
Okay,
right?
so if it's pigmentation, what about Asians? I mean, they have a white coloration.
So I definitely think it probably ties into culture too. It has to be a mixture of the both. Because like if
That is a really important question now, because what defines race? Can we look that up? Can we look what defines, like, what is the definition?
Race is your nationality, I'm pretty sure.
Your nationality?
And then ethical is your opinion.
Syria ho. Love you. You guys killing me. You guys are killing me for sure. So we got several other people in here. We got I don't want to call anybody out just by names, but I see you guys on the users in chat. So definitely make sure you guys drop that follow. We really appreciate it. That would really help us out. We're trying to get Twitch affiliate. That way we can do more with this channel. And I think we're almost the way there. We're 3/5 of the way there now. So I think we have 30-something followers, including the people that just dropped the follow today. So if you guys could all drop a follow, that would be much appreciated. We're almost there.
Okay, so
back on topic. Did Mason just say ethical? I'm upset.
you better be upset.
Yeah.
I'll
Two or
give you
more
a
people
reason to be
meeting up
upset.
to get from point A to point B as quickly as
Ethnicity.
possible.
All right, shut the fuck up.
It's ethnicity.
I'm close enough.
All right, race is what?
So race is defined as the definition or condition of belonging to a racial division of group, the qualities
Thank you, Anna.
and characteristics
Appreciate it.
associated with this, or a group of people sharing the same culture, history, language, etc. An ethnic group.
All right, so what?
These
A
are-
group of people sharing the same culture, history, language, and ethnic group. So that has nothing to do with pigmentation of skin or the physical appearance.
And then hold up. And I'll see what the difference is between that and ethnicity. So it says ethnicity is the fact or state of belonging to a social group that has a common national or cultural tradition.
Again, none of those things have
Nothing
anything to do with physical
pigmentation.
appearance or... I mean, I don't know if that's more of a vague, open topic definition, but...
Well, you're Portuguese, right?
Portuguese.
Or like
where the
you're
hell did you get that?
Hispanic. Like there's
Oh,
some form
yeah.
of
So
Spanish.
my mom.
Yeah.
What are you laughing? Now my mom is part Puerto Rican.
Yeah, Puerto
Well,
Rican.
actually, so my mom was born and raised in Puerto Rico,
Okay.
but her family is like fresh off the boat from Spain.
Okay, so what do you consider yourself? Do you consider yourself Hispanic or white?
easier. So I'm like a quarter of Spanish, but I mean, looking at me, I'm like your typical white boy. I mean, for real, like I'm your typical white boy. It is what it is.
Oh, Dylan, don't humble yourself. You know you're not typical. Shut the fuck up.
But I mean, I love Spanish culture. I mean, definitely, I loved going to Spain.
Mm.
Spain was definitely a beautiful country. Definition of white is Mason.
Have y'all seen me dance? Y'all don't know shit.
Yeah, I think we need to see him dance. He showed off his jewel tattoo earlier. I don't know if you guys were here to see that.
I feel like everybody that's in the chat currently has seen my jewel tattoo.
Probably. Once or twice. Dude, guys, we're steady at 9 viewers. Like that's pretty much our average today.
we've been chilling.
I'm pretty happy.
Dude,
Thank
the floss,
you for that.
ain't gonna happen, Isaac.
Do it.
That's not gonna happen. I can't floss. That's
If
like
we
the
have
one
at
thing I
least
can't
3 or
do.
4 people that say do the floss in chat, Mason will get up and do it for the stream.
Nah.
Won't you? Come on, Mason.
Uh,
I'll do it with you.
oh, you'll do it with me?
I'll do it with you.
Is that how we're gonna have? That'll be our outro for the stream.
All right, that'll be our outro.
That'll be the outro.
Yo, guys, please say it.
We'll do,
Yes,
we'll do the
please
floss
have
for
him
the
do
outro.
this floss.
We'll outro floss it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the cup that Nikki made, right?
Yeah.
So this is really good. Can I?
Wow, so it's actually good.
Yeah. It's good right now that she's watching. Check it out. So Nikki kind of did this with her own her cricket machine. It's pretty nice. If you ever want anything that's like bootleg quality, ask my wife.
Hey, chill out.
She got it.
Don't hate on my merch like that.
I'm just saying.
Fuck, I should have Can I
You
grab the shirt?
still need the shirt, yeah.
Can we grab the shirt from your house today?
Yeah.
All right, bet.
Well, oh no. Because then I got to drive all the way back to Hamilton Mill. Can I just drop it
Why would
off?
you have to drive all the way back to Hamilton?
Am I dropping you off to get your car?
Yeah, and then I would just drive with you back to his car.
Yeah. That's fine. That's perfect.
At your house.
Let's do it.
Because it's like,
She said, "Do it, babe." I think Anna wants you to
oh
do it.
Lord.
I think she wants you to
Oh
do it.
Lordy.
You gotta do the floss.
Dude.
You gotta do the floss. You gotta do the floss. Anna and Isaac and Kat all want you to do it.
Now I have to.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Peer pressure.
There's the outro. Now at least you guys get a good outro.
All right, so that'll be as we're ending the stream, guys.
That'll be
Still-
it. Flossing.
I gotta bounce. All right, thanks
All right, see
Ninja
you
for
later.
watching. Thank
See
you,
you later,
Matt. Love you, boy.
I'll make sure that you get the clip, Matt.
Yeah, we'll have someone clip it for you, okay? That way you can
you too.
save it. But shoot.
Any questions?
Yeah, any questions for my main man here?
Anybody got any good questions?
Should you love your enemy?
Fuck him.
Straight facts.
Just waterboard him. You get all the facts.
Because if he's your enemy, I definitely believe in forgiving, but
Not
never
forgetting.
forget. Yeah. Definitely forgive your enemy. Because at the end, you're going to die, and whatever your grudge is, isn't going to be worth it.
Hold
Anymore.
on to it.
Yeah. You can do like the most heinous thing on earth, but at the end, by me having a resentment against you, what do I get out of it? Nothing. Just it builds hate in my heart, so it's not worth it.
I mean, you
That's-
could kind of see what happened with 9/11. I mean, like, people never forgave the Muslim Middle Eastern culture.
No.
Gosh, I have all this stuff built up in my sinuses. But, you know, all that hate kind of built up into this prejudice and racism towards the Muslim culture. And it's like, dude, not everybody is like that.
No.
Can't you see? Like,
That's
come
like
on.
saying all white people are racist.
Mhm.
It's not true.
Exactly.
It's only a minute majority that's racist, and this spreads to like the
Or all
negative
men
connotation.
are
It brings the
toxic
hate.
or something
Brings
like
the
that.
hate.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, bro. You for real? Have you seen that chair? It's like, it stops man spreading.
Yeah, and that's just over dramatic.
Okay, no, I'm gonna be real here, and this is my honest opinion. This is not anybody else's opinion. This is just mine. Man
Dylan.
spreading is that's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. You know why we sit like that? Because our balls would get crushed.
Have you ever sat with
You're
your
doing
legs?
it right
Yeah,
now.
right.
You're
I'm
freaking
fucking
man-spreading.
too. You can suck my dick.
Our balls would get crushed, bro.
Dude, I don't know. Have you ever like sat down and like your legs weren't open enough and you just like sat straight on your nuts?
Yes,
That is like
it
the
hurts.
Worst. That's like the worst
It
experience. you
hurts,
can
dude.
in
We
your
have
life.
packages that need,
Special
cushion.
delivery.
Yeah. Someone clip that, please. Someone else clip that.
Someone asked a question.
We have packages that have special delivery. That's awesome. If you are paddling upstream in a canoe and the wheel falls off, how many pancakes can fit in a doghouse?
What the
That
fuck
sounds
is there
like-
a
All of
wheel on a canoe? That's my
All of
question.
them. I'm just going to go say all of them.
Okay, so here's a question. So, how far should they go with legalizing drugs? Because it's looking like marijuana is going to be completely legalized within the next like 5 years.
I say do it. Monetize, but not monetize.
Taxate.
Yeah, taxate the fuck out of it.
So you
Make
think-
money. Like same with prostitution. Make money. Why have it illegal and they're still gonna do it anyways? Make it safer. Make it safer for the users and the providers.
Thank you for the clip, Kat. Appreciate it.
Yeah, gee, thanks. So you think prostitution should be legal too?
Yeah, definitely.
I see. I agree with that in the sense of I feel like it would be so much safer if it was.
100%. Like these pimps like holding out some girls. Like I think in Nevada. Nevada has like brothels, right? Like legalized brothels where they can do it
Mhm.
actually, like technically. So it's much safer. There's less of a chance of
yes.
there's less of a chance of like getting a STD or any sexually transmitted
in the
disease.
porn industry, like they're
Yeah, we already
required
have
to be checked
porn,
all the
like-
time.
Like where it's legal to just film yourself having sex and share it to everybody else for their viewing pleasure. I mean,
Yeah, why not? I say fuck it.
What's up, lasagna?
What's up, Lasagna? Legal prostitution all the way. What up, Lasagna? Make sure you drop a follow. Appreciate you checking out the stream, man. Or woman, or, whatever
So,
you go
what
by.
is your opinion on prostitution? Just out of curiosity.
So my opinion is the same as mine with strip clubs, and I just personally I would refuse to pay for that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
I see.
If you have the money for it and you are lonely and you don't have the time to have a relationship or a wife, I could totally see and respect why you would go to, strip club or perform, I guess, in the acts of buying a prostitute for the night.
I think it would definitely help with some of the heinous rape crimes.
I agree.
I think it would help lower some of the assault crimes that are involved with people that are sexually. I mean, I don't want to defend anybody, so.
Like, you
obviously,
definitely don't think
if you rape somebody, you're
piece of shit.
Yeah, piece of shit. But I do think that legalizing sex in a way that you can pay somebody for it will definitely open the door to lowering that. Granted, some of the time the rapists are actually seeking the thrill of the rape. So, but that's another deeper psychological topic that we can get into another day. Mason, don't call me out. Oh, he knows who you are. So who's Lasagna?
That's my friend, Bryn.
Bryn?
Bryn.
What up, Bryn? How you doing, man? Thank you for stopping by the stream. Appreciate it. But, yeah, I definitely think that for the people that are actually sexually frustrated and not trying to seek out the thrill, I do think it would help lower that.
Because you think completely different after, like, the movement's done and, you relieved yourself.
Yeah. I mean, you ever been built up and you had like foggy brain because you like, nah, dude.
Nah, honestly,
boning all the time, man. I got fog brain sometimes.
No, it's just like I don't know. Like if I feel like a girl's not even interested, I just like.
No, I'm talking about like before.
He's talking about like the build up before you bust the nut.
Yeah, before you bust a nut. Like you haven't busted a nut in like a solid week or something properly. Like that.
Yeah, sometimes you get a little horny.
Yeah, you get horny and then you don't
think clearly.
Yeah,
But that's the
like
thing.
everything is so distracting. Like
just the thought of going to jail just like terrifies.
I'm not talking about that.
I'm just saying. Like, okay, so are we talking about masturbation?
Yeah, I'm talking about masturbation.
We're in the library. We can't yell about masturbation. They're not going to let us back in. We're going to librarian walk in and be like, are y'all talking about masturbation?
Hey, man,
like,
she might help you out. This is the start of a porno right there.
Oh, my God.
I mean, I think sexy librarian is a major...
Sexy librarian is a fetish, man.
God.
So, I mean, you could ask one of them.
It's not getting any better with the volume. But they have like a microphone, just like they're like sitting there with like headphones in, like listening to all of our podcasts.
You get an emo tomorrow. Please
what if they're watching our podcast right now? Like, I'm supposed to be doing homework right now, but this is way more interesting. Shout out, yeehaw. Yeah, thank you, Bryn. Appreciate it, man. Again, thank you for stopping by. Anybody that has not dropped a follow, please drop a follow. Silent library, but sexual.
That sounds like a Gone Bad video.
No, I'm telling you, like, podcast goes sexual, kind of.
Yeah, I'll totally.
3 guys, 1 librarian. 2 guys, 1 librarian. Sorry, Nikki, you watching the podcast? Can't even throw that out there.
Oh shit, she's coming.
Yeah, she.
Is she actually?
No, but she's definitely walking. I've been watching this lady, right? There's a computer adjacent.
Yeah.
I'm definitely eavesdropping. I'm just like looking at what she's Googling. So like the past like 10 minutes, I hope she really can't hear me. So like the past 10 minutes, she's been to...
It's actually really hard to hear you out there. Like if we're loud.
Okay, hopefully. So she's been to GrandCanyon.com.
We're just going to have to hope.
Right? GrandCanyon.com, CNN, and then I just saw her at like eBay shoes for like the past 30 minutes.
Man, she's looking where she can find a dead body.
Wow, that's where you went?
And then
dude, Lake Lanier's where you dump dead bodies.
Okay.
Lake Lanier's fucking gross.
I hate Lake Lanier.
The fact that you know that.
It's
well
sense,
known,
bro.
There's been like 9 bodies this year.
Really?
But that's the bodies they find.
That's true.
It's like what?
That's the cartel. The cartel literally drops like all of their shit in like.
That's crazy.
Fuck Mexico. Fuck Texas. We're gonna go all the way to Georgia.
Gainesville,
and
drop their bodies in Lake Lanier.
Gainesville, Oakwood, like it gets pretty intense.
Yeah. See, I'm not trying to have a target on her back, so
she's leaving.
Let's just stop talking about them. Like. JK.
Shout out to the boys making the cartridges over the border.
Right, yeah. You're the reason why we got this shit going.
We're up to 10 viewers.
Hey, pro gamer status right there. That's what I'm talking about. Up to 10 viewers. I mean, we're up to 10 viewers, but we're almost done with our time here because we got to stop at 1 o'clock, and then we got to take down all the lights and equipment and everything.
We have to do all that before 1 o'clock.
Yeah, so...
Because last time we got interrupted by
this.
Little kids.
Little kids.
They're pretty cool though.
Yeah, we should have just kept streaming and been like, y'all can wait. You can wait.
Plus, I have to book the room for next week too. So.
All right. Tell me this. Last question.
Okay, last question.
All right, for both of you. If you were to commit a murder, not saying you should or you will, what do you think would be the best way to get away with it?
Okay, I've thought about this.
Okay,
I'm on stream now. I'm on stream.
I've been Google searching this.
His FBI agent's
Okay,
like, I
okay.
knew it.
So the whole thing about murder. All right. So please, this is all fantasy. This is all theoretical. We're just having fun with this. I'm just playing around.
We can use some names for like role play.
No, we're not using names for role play. No, we're just having fun with this. But the whole idea and how you get caught is if they have a murder weapon and a reason for committing the crime.
Yeah.
So what I do is Nikki's already told me how she killed me. So we've talked. We've had fun with the idea.
What not to eat
I know exactly what not to eat. She's like, I'm a nurse. I know exactly what to poison you with. I'm like, that's very reassuring. Thank you.
Yeah, at least she'll go out.
At least I know I'll go out easy. Yeah. I'll just.
I can see like Nikki like standing over you, being like, "Fuck
you." This is for all those years. But I would use an icicle. Like have a really sharp icicle, stab that bitch.
Can I tell you why that's stupid? Because
how is that stupid?
You have to run with an icicle.
He's gonna have a cooler
No,
ready.
but I'm saying like that icicle melts and you're done.
You have like a Yeti like cup and you're just like waiting for
done.
it, and then you're just like,
you're done.
For you all night. Like pull it out, just
okay.
All right, how would you do it? I can't be the only one that says this now. Like you've gotta jump in on
but
this.
now we know if we have a sharp incision in our necks.
Yeah, it's icicle, dude.
Bro, it would definitely be fucking with someone's AC in their house. Now that's fucked up. Kill them with carbon monoxide. Or slowly over time, no one's gonna know it's you. Be like, hey, I'll help you change your filter. You go upstairs. You're like, hey, like cut some wires. Google it. I don't know. Your FBI agent's gonna know. But you do that. You walk away. You're not gonna die in the first 10 minutes. But slowly,
he said yes.
slowly over time, they're gonna die. It might kill the whole family, but I mean, if you're willing to kill someone, might as well. Like, fuck it.
All right, Mason.
Mine's kind of fucked.
All right, what's yours?
I would like take someone and I would take them into a desert and I would mark their location and just leave their body in
this
the
dude's
desert.
making it personal, like.
No, because like
I'm riding with you all the way out into the middle of the desert. You're my passenger seat.
You drop them in the hole in the desert. You cover them up, and then there's no weapon, there's no evidence, and then you come and check in like 2 weeks, and if they're still,
You have made this personal, bro.
How'd you convince them to get in there? Are they dead at this point?
No, you hit them with a baseball bat. You catch them. You watch them for a week, get their morning routine in. Like.
You catch them off guard, bro.
Dude,
you know when it's the time when you get that like urge.
Yeah.
You're gonna see Mason on the Peach Pass lane with like a dead body to his.
See, mine's playful. You guys actually have like real I'm a fucking cool carbon dioxide.
The better question is how you hide a body. That's the better question. How would you hide a body if you accidentally killed someone?
I don't know. I haven't thought that far. I'd definitely get caught.
Like Lanier.
I'd definitely get caught. No lie. Like if I ever did it,
I don't have it in me to like murder someone.
No.
To be honest, like don't get me wrong. Like,
okay, so self-defense.
That's different.
All right, so if we're talking someone just broke into your house and you have a gun handy right here or a baseball bat,
I will take their life and I won't think twice about it, and I will call the police and let them know that I have a dead body in my house.
Yeah.
Or they're being hostile towards you.
It doesn't matter. If you step into my property, I don't care what your intentions are. I don't care if you're broken into my house for my kitchen. If you step into my property with my family in that house, I'm not going to ask a question. I'm going to just shoot first.
That's fair.
Let's say this. He's a desperate homeless man.
He said just an accident. This guy's obviously seen Breaking Bad. We have a Breaking Bad viewer right here.
All right. Say he's a homeless man that just wants food, right? He raids your fridge. You still shoot him?
I've been homeless and I've never broken into anyone's houses.
That got really awkwardly quiet.
I don't know about
I've never felt I've been in really shitty situations, but I know.
All right, we're gonna try and make this as hard as we can.
I know morally where that line is.
No.
And
He said, Isaac, D7293, Isaac is my new boyfriend now. I don't care. Yes. But, so, homeless man raids your fridge. They have a mental disability.
You wouldn't consider body shots?
I wouldn't get a chance to know.
Yeah, you're shooting.
Yeah. But you're going straight for the head, not like, hey, let me bust your kneecaps out.
Because it's worse if they live.
That's true. They can't sue you. There's been many cases like that, too.
That's stupid. I think if you're in my house and I shoot your kneecaps out,
you're gonna drop. Like,
you ain't walking no more, bitch.
I definitely understand. Like, you wake up 4 a.m., you see some random first person at your fridge. Yeah, he's gonna die.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm done.
I mean, like, I feel like a gun is so much more different than using your hands or using, like,
Yeah,
honestly,
hands are more personal. Guns are more intimate.
No. It's the switch. Definitely switch. I can shoot you from like 10 feet away.
Yeah. Switch, strike that, reverse it. Yeah.
I have to smell you. I have to like be touching you.
What is going
You're
on?
smelling.
I mean, if you're that close, I guarantee you this.
Oh my gosh, we have chat.
Oh hell no!
I just looked down at chat. I'm like, holy shit. Talking about having threesomes in the chat. Okay,
y'all are wild enough.
Hey man, once they make prostitution legal. I got nothing.
I'm trying to think of like a good like another branch on this before we end.
We have to end. It's already 12:45.
I'm trying to think of a way to make this question even worse. You have to give me a second.
Don't forget, he still needs to floss.
What's a justifiable?
Oh yeah, you need to floss.
Okay, what's a crime that's illegal but you feel like shouldn't be?
It's a crime that's legal.
That's illegal. Like, what is an illegal activity that you, honest to God, believe is 100% human divine right and shouldn't be a problem?
Smoking weed.
Really?
I think everybody would kind of agree with that.
But like, I feel like that's like it needs to be a little more broader. Come on. Because then I will say,
I don't know,
okay,
you
so
seem
you
to
can
have
legalize
like
all
an
drugs.
idea.
How about all drugs are illegal?
All drugs. Yeah, you do have the freedom to do whatever you want
That's
with
for
your
your
mind
personal
and body.
safety too.
I feel like, and honestly, and this sounds terrible, but I feel like if
Are you talking about
I wouldn't be,
are you going down the suicide route?
Hmm?
Are you going down the suicide route?
No, I was gonna say I feel like heroin and stuff like that. Like if they're gonna legalize weed, they might as well just start legalizing all the way up. And
Okay, so
at that
they
point, it
actually
becomes
have a
survival of
detriment
the
to your
fittest.
body. Like, if we're talking about meth, like meth can seriously impair your own judgment way
Correct.
beyond the point of either marijuana or alcohol.
Right.
So, I mean, one-time meth, I mean, there's memes about it, not even one time.
But the
Like-
thing is like people, if it's legal, that takes away a lot of the risk, and also if weed's legal at that point, no one's gonna smoke meth.
I think the euthanasia topic would be
Not
good,
true. I think people would still kind of play the boundaries on that.
Really?
Yeah, I still think people would still try to look for the next high.
I
For sure.
don't know. I feel like it's almost like a survival of the fittest.
I'm eating good tonight, boys.
I don't know. Bring that ass.
Boy.
Ugh.
All right, Mason, you got to floss.
You're flossing with me.
I ain't flossing.
Yeah, you are. Come on.
Well, I got to get the camera ready. You know I'm
Flossing is
terrible at flossing, okay?
Isn't this how you do it?
Yeah.
Zoom in on my penis.
There's the floss. There we go.
As white as it gets.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. All right. We didn't say anything about that. You got to stop. Okay.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
Yeah, thank you. That was
Horrendous. All right, bye.
Mason. Yeah.
Thank you guys for daydreaming.
Yeah, thank you for daydreaming. Hamza, thank
see
you
you
for
guys.
joining the podcast. Really appreciate it, guys. Thank you for all you guys' love and support. Make sure if you're new to the channel, drop a follow, please. We love and appreciate that. We go live every Tuesday and Thursday from 11:30 a.m. to about 12:30, 12:45.
Big shout out to everybody that's tuning in late. You guys know we go live next Tuesday, same time, so make sure that you guys are free this time around.
Yes. Make sure you guys drop a follow if you have not already. I see some of you guys in here. Don't want to call you guys out because I see you guys' names, but please, you guys have been watching the entire time. Drop a follow. Make sure those notifications are turned on so that way when we come back, you guys get those live updates. Thanks for daydreaming with us, guys. Appreciate it. Love every single one of you guys. Have a great Tuesday or Thursday. Gosh.